Good morning, everyone, and very warm welcome to our Kickstart group. As we are meditating, contemplating on Bhagavad Gita and the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, and we are on chapter 4. There are 9 verses in the chapter 4 which talks about sacrifices, which talks about Yagna, sacrifice, which is Yagna. 24 to 32, all that is different type of yagnas as a sacrifice offering, which is explained by Lord Krishna. These 9 verses explains various kind of sacrifice and give an overall overview of the act and the importance of performing these yagnas. Usually what we understand with the sacrifice is an act of offering for the sake of attaining a goal. And here the goal is Brahman, understanding, self-realizing that Brahman. Whoever perform these sacrifices, yagna, the fire is the first to lit and the perform sacrifice yagna. The material what we collect and offer as an obligation and an act of offering. All that is an important part. And in all these different yagna explained by Lord Krishna here is offering by Brahman to Brahman for the sake of Brahman. That is the first Brahmarpanam he explains. In yoga tradition, that's also union between all mind, body, soul, and connecting with the higher purpose, again, Brahman. That is all connects here as well with the action of yagna. Yesterday, we saw the yagna where we did with the prana. So we offered the prana to the Brahman as an act of sacrifice as yagna. Today, we are going to work on the food. A lot of us have a great concern around our food, and a lot of these concerns relate to our senses and the mind. So hopefully this meditation today also help us overcome our temptation to the food and also eating habit of our food. So let's start. Sitting comfortably. Any comfortable position you can hold for a while. Keeping your spine straight. If you would like any support, make sure your support in a way that holds your spine straight. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms comfortable resting on your knees or on your laps. Lower part of the body from the lower back to the feet in a comfortable pose. Today, from head to toes, we'll be practicing to let go. Let go the control of each body part as I speak. Bringing your attention on your head, forehead. Make sure your forehead muscles, your facial muscles are loosened and relaxed. There's no tightness. Coming back on the neck. Let go the control. Let the neck muscle relaxed. Shoulders relax. Completely loosen your shoulder and your both arms. As you start to let go the control over these muscles, you suddenly start to feel a loosening, the feel of lightness. Letting go the control and relax your muscles on the back, both the feet. Keep scanning your body part and instructing through your mind to let go, relax, and loosen your muscle one by one. As these muscles loosen up, you experience the flow of vital force very strongly moving all around the body. Very gently bringing your attention to your breath, simply observing your breath at this very moment without trying to change or modify anything. Your natural breathing in and out. Connecting your flow of inhalation with the flow of energy all around the body. And same with the exhalation. And I would like you to bring your focus, observe all that you feel when you connect your inhalation with the vital force movement all around your body. The moment you start to connect these two flow together, you start to experience a unique form of energy flow. A very synchronized movement of its own. Once the synchronized movement of your breath and the vital force movement all around the body, continue to flow in their natural way. You're gently moving your attention to the mind. And at this very stage, not many thoughts may be arriving. You may experience a very silent, stable, almost thoughtless stage of mind. From the very silence, from the still state of mind, I would like you to focus on the diet, your regular diet. And when I speak of diet, anything and everything that comes in your mind, whatever picture starts to arrive, I would like you to scan, screen, observe. From very morning to the night, have a quick view of your diet and dietary habits. The food you eat and also the way you eat. What all goes in your mind? I would like you to just scan that, observing that. Now, take a moment to feel when you eat. How does that make you feel having your meal? All you recall that goes on while you eating and after you eat. Taking a very quick moment to observe your appetite and passion for the food. As I speak, anything and everything that your mind connects you with the food and your dietary habits. Just visualize, experience, observe from the bird's eye view. Take a moment to come back, letting go all the thoughts and visuals as we start to observe the food and ourselves. Coming back to the silent state of minds with slowly inhaling and slowly exhaling. Removing all the thoughts, ideas, and any visualizations you were focusing on. Let's come back to the silent phases. Let's come back to the stillness of the mind. What all again you see and experience is almost no thought phase. Complete dark, at times in between flashing with light. Very calm state of mind. preparing your mind for the yagna, the sacrifice, for the sake of, for attaining the goal of Brahman, the self. Becoming one with the consciousness is the goal of this yagna. And that all can only be achieved by balancing everything in the conscious world and in subconscious. Let's reconnect with the food and our own habits. But this time, I would like you to connect as you're performing an yagna, as you're performing a sacrifice while you're eating. The food you choose is not for yourself, it's for the yagna. Every single time you're eating something, you're not eating for yourself, you're offering that to the higher consciousness, Krishna or Brahman, whoever you would like to connect with. So this time, I would like you to pick your food and diet as an offering. Every time, whatever we are offering in the yagna, there is a process connecting with our bhavna, with the pure thoughts in the mind, and giving it for the higher cause. While doing this process, I would like you to connect the way you eat now as a way of you sacrifice in the yagna. The food is your offering, but the way you eat, process of eating, offering, and how you process the whole everything becomes a yagna. As you're not eating anymore for yourself, but all the food is an offering to the Brahman. Let every bite you take, you swallow, you process, become the very process of yagna alone. Let this yagna of the food becomes a systematic regulation of your diet, gaining a complete mastery over yourself, appetite, and passion. Every time when you're offering the food, let's offer to the digestive fire. Not to eat or offer until the fire is lit. Appetite is on its peak. Before starting Yagna, we always lit the fire. So before you eat, I would like you to take a moment to lit the Jataragni, the appetite. Simply connecting with your prana, taking a moment to think about the Agni, the sacrifice of food, Yagna, and the food you are going to offer, and thinking about connecting with all of that, the Jataragni start to lit. At this very moment, some of you might also feel the hunger and appetite. Every single time when you start to eat, make sure Jataragni is ready. Our food becomes an offering, and you offer every single bite as an offering to the yajna, taking time for it to process. And allow the vital air to take it throughout in the body. Let this internal yajna with the food and the processing the food become our spiritual sadhana, jnana yajna, not to eat without the knowledge of this yajna. It only leads us to the source of knowledge and the consciousness. Let the food becomes a sacrifice internally. Let the body take all the benefit of this yajna, and the mind uplift from all the bondages of the action, liberating itself and becoming free from all the sin. All the motivation arising from gunas and desires, which is often connected with our taste, passion, and likes and dislikes of the food, all that are offered as an obligation into the fire of knowledge. Let all the action, thoughts, desires, motivations, and gunas become one to sacrifice in the fire of knowledge. Let all our thoughts, action, desire, motivation, temptations of the food offered as a sacrifice in the Yagna. The fire of knowledge. Let's be liberated from the clutches of sense organs. So when you come back, as you come back to connect with the physical world and perform this yajna, I would like you every single time taking a movement first lit the Jataragni, choosing the right food, purified, sattvic, which can be offered to the Jataragni as an offering to the yajna, and the whole process of taking the food in the mouth, chewing it to digesting it, allowing everything as a process of offering. Let's eat, not for the sake of ourselves, but the sake of higher consciousness. Let our every action become the knowledge-based sacrifice. Let's take a moment to observe if the Jataragni has slightly lit already. The feeling of hunger and appetite. Let it increase a little. Bringing your attention to all the sensation around that, what you feel in the body. Expanding to your mouth. Bringing your focus on your nostril as you breathe in and out. Slowly take a deep breath in, fully inhale and hold your breath. Start to exhale very slowly. Bring your attention to your fingertips. Move them a little. Slowly bring your both hands together in Namaskar Mudra. We'll conclude with a chant, Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi. If you remember, if you know this, please chant with me or simply can listen. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi, Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivate Nagantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhinam. Gently rub your both palms together. Soon, when it starts to feel a little warm enough, place it on your eyes. Very gentle massage on all over your face. Slowly bring your hands down. Take your own time before you open your eyes. And when you're ready, open your eyes looking, giving enough time to adjust with the light and surrounding.